I went for a stroll today along the River Great Ouse at St Ives. I walked more or less the full length of the first meadow, which is referred to locally as Dolphin Meadow, named after the Dolphin Hotel, which is by the entrance to the meadow there. I think it's actually officially the Hemmingford Grey Meadow. Before getting there, I saw a chap in town who was carrying some fishing tackle, and I said, "How do you do?" And he said, "Well, I haven't been yet." Anyway, basically he was on his way to fish a pond somewhere, but we were chatting about the river and also the Chub stream, and a bit like me, he said he had fished the Chub stream a few years ago and did quite well, but recently been very, very challenging and he wasn't bothering anymore, so that sort of mirrored my recent experiences. Anyway, I went down to the Dolphin Meadow, and I walked along the meadow in searing heat. The St Ives Club have actually installed some very impressive fishing stations there, but the river itself was, well, first of all, it was almost gin clear. Yeah, you could say it was gin clear, as was the Chub stream actually. And because it was so clear, you could see the bottom was really carpeted with what we would call cabbage. Difficult to see how you could fish above all those cabbages. I'd actually gone there to see what the prospects were for some summer chub fishing, but having seen all that weed, and also there was an awful lot of boat traffic there, which wasn't very appealing. But I had a walk, as I say, along the length of the meadow, and at the far end there were some chaps fishing. They had got their cars onto the bank, which I assume was from the opposite direction, because I don't think you can get cars in from the Dolphin Hotel end. I didn't disturb them, but I was interested to see how they were approaching fishing there because of the all the cabbage, and basically using very, very long poles, and obviously trying to fish just on the sort of outer edge of the visible cabbages. I didn't see them catch anything, but really the conditions for fishing were absolutely appalling. Really bright sun, gin clear water, and lots of boat traffic. I recorded a little clip while I was there, which I'll play in a minute. But I think it's sort of convinced me I won't try chubbing down there in the summer. I might have a go down there with a float when it's not so hot, and just see if I can pick up some silvers on the outside of the cabbages. But it's quite a walk and quite a long way for me to carry tackle at the moment, so sitting on the fence a bit about that one. Anyway, I got back to town absolutely a sweltering hulk. Found myself an ice cream parlour, or a little shop that sold ice cream, and sat down and had a lovely two flavour cone, which allowed me to cool down in a nice controlled manner. So that's what I was up to today. Sunday afternoon stroll along the River Ouse at St Ives. I only ever attempted to fish the main river once and didn't do very well, so I thought I'd come and have a look what was going on. Hardly anyone fishing it, but there were a few anglers right at the end of the stretch. Long walk, quite a few boats, as you can see. Anyway, they were fishing it. The problem is there seems cabbage weed all the way across when I sort of casually look in, but they were fishing with really long poles, obviously over the edge of the cabbages. I didn't see them catch anything, but it's tough going, I should think. I was sort of eyeing it up to see if it's worth coming down here, casting across the other side for chub, but there's no telling what's on the other bank in terms of cabbages and things, so I think I'll give it a miss for the time being anyway. Anyway, pleasant walk in a very sunny day, now getting pretty hot. It's just coming up to 1 o'clock and it is pretty warm. So, that's it really, another boat goes by. Yeah, tough angling really. They have Sunday matches here, I don't know if the guys down there are fishing a match, I'm not sure. Anyway, that's it for now. Carry on my stroll back to the car. It's about another 35 minutes to get back to the car. It's starting to feel hot. Right, cheers.